So I'm doing a demo on multi-node, which is over here, where it allows you to have more than one machine involved in any particular test job. And if you look at this log here, we can see that it's declared as a multi-node job, and the rest of the image runs perfectly as normal. When we get into the test image, you can see the normal test commands coming through, and then this is a Panda board, and it's waiting as a result of the multi-node API. So this was a group with two Pandas and an Arndale. The Arndale had a much larger rootfs to download and process, so the Arndale took longer to get to this specific point in the test definition, and therefore the Pandas wait until the Arndale is ready. That's blocking a call. They sit there waiting and waiting, doing nothing else until they finally get an OK that the Arndale has got to the same point as well, and then all three devices in the group continue as normal from that point on. The definition of the group happens in the JSON, so we expand the JSON to include a device group, and you say, right, so that's two devices of type Panda, and you give them a role, and then you can have tags as well. And then the other one has a count of one, and that's an Arndale. And then you can also specify, naturally the Panda needs its own image to be booted, so that's a matching role definition there with that image. And the Arndale needs its own image to be able to boot properly, and then the role again matches there. So when you specify a role as part of an action, that action only applies to devices with that matching role. Actions without a role get applied to all devices in the group equally. So that's multi-node, and there is a series, there's an API which declares how these can be used, for example, to exchange information between devices under test, like their IP addresses and network information, if those are actually handled by the test image itself. And on this server, which is multinodevalidation.linaro.org, all the logs are available for everybody to look at and to see the test definitions and work out how it's going on. We're still in beta at the moment. It needs a lot more testing to make sure that it doesn't affect existing single node testing in Lava, but we are at a stage where the API is mostly working and we are putting the finishing touches on, and then we're going to push to production and extend then for requests that have come in directly from our members to enhance the API further and test those again on top. If I switch over to this one, what I've got here is a locally installed. Where's it gone? Yeah. So on this machine, I've actually got a Lava server running as a standard Debian package. So the previous versions of Lava all relied on a specific version of Ubuntu, but this one is now able to run Lava server and its dependencies as standard Debian packages. All of the packages use full FHS compliant paths, so we don't use any of the serve Lava or any of the previous caches that we used to use for instances. This is the single default instance of one particular server. It no longer tries to own the world. It will work with you as a standard package. So this one works as normal, and if we look at the bundle stream, you can see that there's a whole bunch of jobs that have gone through with information on how those are constructed. At the moment, there are still issues with finishing the scheduler part of the packaging side of Lava server, so these are handcrafted jobs rather than automatically submitted. But we need to do a bit more work on that. We're going to consolidate some of the code, optimize some of the handling of the scheduler, and it's probably going to land much the same time as multi-node, and it'll be available in a way that is easily packaged then for Debian, Fedora, and for other distributions directly from the tarball. So we're doing a lot of work upstream to make sure that the packaging is as trivial as we can make it, so that things are automatically put into the right piles and you don't have to do a lot of extra configuration other than setting up the boards. After we've done the actual packaging in the lava server, then we'll think about how to make the deployment of the boards easier and move on to the other parts of the role.